including Jane Fonda is, to use the Australianism, an old battle axe who absolutely is, of course, one of the crazy lefties. She's somebody who, you know, wherever America was, she was on the other side of, despite the fact that she was more than happy to sell exercise tapes to average Americans. But anyway, now, sometimes idiots say the thing that they say in their head that they're not supposed to say out loud, very loud. And here is Jane Fonda speaking on the behalf of all of the people who pretend to be so caring about COVID, but they really love it because it might mean bad orange man goes. Have a look.
This is it. And, you know, I just think COVID is God's gift to the left.
So they simultaneously, of course, are more compassionate than those that they disagree with, but the truth is they know that by destroying the economies as a result of the response to coronavirus, in a country where there was no state border close downs. Remember, when things were so bad in New York City, in part because Andrew Cuomo, their Democrat governor, was putting older people with coronavirus back in nursing homes, and we all know how that goes when even it's an infected person who's a worker who goes into the nursing home, that the deaths go up and up and up. And when those death rates were going up and up and up, Andrew Cuomo was threatening to sue other states that would not allow people to travel from New York to their state. Now, I have been very hard on state borders, being too long here in Australia. But in the very early days of the pandemic in the United States, you would have thought tapping down on a bit of travel would have been the way to go. But the Democrat governors were the ones who refused to do it. And then as soon as the virus got to their front door, just like we have seen petty premiers here in Australia, they saw that what was coming in March was something that they were going to ride all the way till November. In this case, it mightn't be that they closed their borders, but the reality for many political types in the United States, the economy was the trump card for the president. To not just be cautious, but to close down, to over-close down, and to destroy the economy is one thing. But as we saw in the presidential debate, Joe Biden last week said that one of the reasons that America should not vote for Donald Trump to go back as president is because he's the only president in American history who, if he leaves office, will have fewer people in work than when he arrived. As Jane Fonda just showed you rather inelegantly, beware of those who want to play the politics of COVID, who want to use the cover of COVID to change the way the world works. Here in Australia, we've seen that from local councils who want to turn around and reduce the amount of cars that are allowed to travel because we must celebrate outdoor dining now, to state governments that keep the borders closed and mean their own citizens are unable to return after having brain surgery in other towns. And of course, nationally, we now have $1 trillion worth of debt. The politics of COVID is dangerous. The people who exploit the politics of it are nasty. And in the United States, those who say, look at how terrible the economy is going, isn't it just awful? They couldn't give a shit about the people who lost their job. Same as they don't care about the number of people who got the cases. One assumes they care about those who die, but there's a secret, dark little part of them that hopes the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger between now and November. So their ultimate goal of getting rid of the orange man is, of course, all that matters.